Of secondhand smoke, but what about secondhand stress? Think about it, secondhand stress. Some experts say that it can be just as contagious as a cold. Here to explain, Joe Robinson. He is stress management trainer at Optimal Performance Strategies. Great to have you here, Joe. Thanks for coming on the show. First, for us, define what this is. What is this concept, and how can stress be contagious?
Yeah, well, you would think we have enough stress on our own, right?
Yes.
We don't need other people's as well. But unfortunately, we've got a lot of hardwiring that programs us to pick up on the emotions and on the facial expressions, on the tone of voice of other folks. And we have these things called mirror neurons, in fact, that make us simulate in our brains the actions and movements of other people. So when somebody yawns and you're not tired, but you yawn anyway?
Yes.
Well, that's what's happening here. So when somebody comes to you with that big, stressed out face, hey, did you get that email I just sent you 5 minutes ago? Well, you pick up on that right away. It's part of the bonding tools that we're programmed with, but it doesn't create very good bonding.
Well, so it sounds like I'm most likely to do this with people I already know and like. Do I pick up stress from people who maybe are not familiar to me, or is it all about the people in my circle?
No, you can pick it up from complete strangers. For instance, say you're in a line at the market in the 10-item or less line, and somebody's just going crazy because it's taking too long, or you've got 15 items. They're ready to jump you. Basically, we pick up on the danger signals that other folks have, because basically stress is an ancient part of your brain telling you that you're going to die at that moment, and so
fight or flight.
That's why people. Exactly, and so that's why people respond to it, and that's why it's difficult to shake.
All right, okay.
If we have the tools, we can turn it off in 4 minutes.
What? You can turn it off? Can you stop yourself from feeling
the stress? You can turn the stress response off. Exactly, if you know how to reframe the story, because what drives stress is a false story. It's like a bogus car alarm going off. So when you replace it with the real story, instead of a catastrophic story that you're going to die, then the stress response actually stops within 4 minutes.
How do you do that?
Well, you've got to be able to stop yourself. So you have to be aware enough and conscious so that you can step back from the moment, and when you feel stressed, you step back. Okay, why am I stressed? And then you find out, okay, what is the false story here? Because the caveman brain is telling you in so many ways that you're going to die, because it hasn't really been programmed for the 21st century. So you say, okay, well, I'm not going to die then. What is really going on here? And as you step back to get to the bottom line, you find that it's really nothing to be stressed out about. And then once you solve that and convince your brain that there's no danger signal here, then it shuts down.
So, okay, for example, my girlfriend is stressing because her boyfriend isn't very nice. Reframe the problem. It's not my problem, it's her problem, and it can be fixed. So it's not the end of the world. You can reframe it.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit more, though, about, it's not just the anxiety and tension you feel in the moment, it's what happens over time if you have lots and lots of stress.
Well, absolutely. And the problem here is that we're never really taught about stress and how it ravages our body, because it suppresses our immune system and increases your bad cholesterol, decreases the good cholesterol. And so if we don't stop it, it continues to go. Chronic stress then is what really starts to take your body down, because your immune system is down the whole time. A lot of people have insomnia. That's one of the classic signs of chronic stress, because your body's working overtime even when you're sleeping. So you have to be able to, first of all, step back and determine that you're stressed out. And then get tools, and there's lots of great tools out there, thinking practices, breathing practices, exercise, play is a great tool to actually eliminate the source of the stress. But we don't usually think about that, so we get caught up in a pattern. One of the things that stress does is it releases adrenaline into our system, and that masks the fact that your body's going down. So we think we're handling it, but we're not.
Wow.
I spoke recently with Brian Curran, who founded the Flip-Flop Shops, a retail store. And he found that he had to get a quadruple bypass at the age of 39. And he didn't even really know that he was stressed, because his adrenaline was overriding everything. So stress tests are important. We all need to get them.
I completely agree with you. It's great to have you here. He is a stress management trainer. That's what I need, a stress management trainer. Thanks for coming on the show. You know, I feel a little more relaxed
Great
already.
to be here.
Thank you so much.